Hey, ladies and gents, this is Izdo coming to you from PowerLordsReturn.com with a review of Clavian, the Mythic Legion's red skeleton figure. Okay? And I've done a bunch of these reviews already, so many that I think I've lost count of all the characters. And I've been gaga for pretty much every single one of them, which is amazing because this is the best line of action figures that I've ever collected and that I've ever reviewed, and I collect a lot of figures. So anyway, what is different about Clavian? Because I'm going to have to say that out of all the figures in the line, this is the one that I look at and go, meh. Just underwhelming. Because he is a deluxe figure, and there are a couple of things about him that I thought could have been a lot better. Now, don't get me wrong, okay? If I hadn't seen any of the other Mythic Legions figures and I had just stumbled upon this guy in the rack, I would be amazed by him and just blown away. But we're talking relatively speaking here, compared to the other skeletons, compared to the other action figures in this line. I do have a few complaints, a few nits to pick. All right, so let's start out with what I do like in this about this figure. I love the shield. Okay, it's got the symbol of Ilithia's brood. It's black. It's red. The temple's really nice. It's got some damage on it, and it looks incredible. Love the shield. Okay, the other thing I like about this character is I really like the bio. I think the Four Horsemen came up with a really cool bio for this one. It says, unlike other skeleton soldiers raised from the dead, Clavian and his crimson-hued brethren are reborn of magic, steeped in blood. The foul sorcery used to regenerate these scarlet demons also grants them augmented strength and the ability to remove and brandish their own bones as weapons, only to regrow them again and again. The magic running through Clavian's bones renders even his slightest touch lethally poisonous, which super cool. I love the bio. And let's go to the parts that I wasn't that thrilled about, okay? First of all, the paint apps, I believe, are lacking in this figure compared to the other deluxe figures, and there's some choices that were made here that I'm not sure why they were made. For example, this looks cool. It's got some gold trim running along the armor, running along the sides of the folds, running around the back, the other side of the fold, right here on the gauntlets. So cool. I love that. But then why is the rest of the armor just completely plain? There's none. It's exactly in the color that it was molded. And I went back and I said, well, maybe this is, an issue that this particular figure just fell through the cracks. But no, the original prototype, it shows exactly what we have here. We have no gold trim on any of the armor. We don't have any gold trim on the pauldrons. We don't have anything. We don't have the wash, nothing. So very, very plain, and like I said, relative to the other figures, just, a bit disappointing there, because I think a little bit more paint would have gone a long way to sprucing this guy up and making him look really cool. Maybe it has something to do with him being a red skeleton for some reason, but just not necessarily my cup of tea. The other thing about the head is that I noticed that the paint was a little slapdash on the head of mine. I just thought the way the eyes were painted, maybe there was some overspray with the airbrush or something, but he just doesn't look as good as the other heads, and that might just be an issue with mine. Look, like I said, if this was the only figure I had, I'd be so thrilled with him and just over the moon, but since he's got a few of these issues to point out relative to the other figures, I'm going to be completely honest with you and point out those issues. The other thing is he's got a sword here that not sure what they were going for with the effect of the paint, but it looks like it was dipped in dog poop. I mean, maybe that's part of his poison magic or something, but it doesn't look like it's got crusty blood on it. It doesn't look like it's rusted. It's just not really well painted. The dagger, the same way. Now, I still am going to, I'm really glad I have the figure. I'm really glad I got it. And I'm still going to love the diversity that he brings to the line. Like I said, I'll clip his shield on there so it won't be as apparent. Nobody will be looking at the knits that I'm picking as far as him not being extremely colorful armor-wise, especially in the front. So, still a good figure. Still the same excellent sculpt. Obviously, a few shortcomings as far as the painter is concerned. And I will probably look around at some of the other figures, mix and match him, and, figure out what will make him look his best. Maybe, switch out the pauldrons and do all that. But as is, this figure is not as cool as some of the other skeleton figures. And because of it, I'm going to take this custom and give him a kick in the head. No, I'm sorry. For Horsemen, I do like this line an immense amount. I just, sometimes you have to be a little critical, and this is the one time so far that I found a figure that isn't absolutely entirely to my liking in every way. This is the way to sign off from PowerLordsReturn.com.